Hi, my name is Matthew, and about a month ago I saw a YouTube video that really piqued my interest. The YouTube video was about creating your own coding language, and if you know anything at all about me, you know that I love programming challenges. So naturally, as anyone interested in a YouTube video would do, I didn't click on it, because on this channel we do things my way. And by that I mean we steal YouTube video ideas. I haven't watched the YouTube video and I haven't done any research on this, so I don't know anything about it, naturally. So please do not see this video as a learning experience, because I'm doing this in a very goofy way, and I suggest you either watch that video or do your own research about making coding languages. So as I started making my own coding language, I decided that the name for it would be OiScript, which is because I really like when British people say oi. It's so funny. The language went through a few revisions to make it as quick as possible, but I'm going to explain to you how it works now. This video will also be the most well-documented video of mine by far, because I'm going to explain to you exactly how to use OiScript. And I'll also post in GitHub OiScript and also another project that I will work on in this video, and you can actually go and check out how those things work, even though they're not very efficient. The zip file in GitHub that you can download and extract will also have a manual in it, so you can actually write things of your own in OiScript if you so wish to. Let's move on to explaining the functions and all that fun stuff now. If we're going to make a coding language, to know what functionality we will need in that coding language, we must know what program we will create with it. This was my friend's suggestion and I'm going through with it, but with this coding language I'm going to make a Connect 4 bot. If you don't know about Connect 4, it's pretty simple. There are 7 slots that you drop your pieces into, and then it's your opponent's move, then it's your move, and you alternate, and eventually your pieces will end up connecting either horizontally, diagonally, or vertically, and once that happens, you win the game. So for something as simple as that, I decided that we wouldn't need all that many functions. So first we have the print function, which prints on screen whatever you input into it. And you have the input function followed by the name of a variable, which sets that variable as whatever the player inputs. Then we have the set function followed by the name of a variable followed by either an equal sign, a plus sign, or a minus sign, which either adds, subtracts, or sets the variable as whatever is after it. Then we have check and goto. Check sets up a checkpoint, and goto goes to that checkpoint from wherever you input that goto function. Then we have the mode function, which sets the size of the window. I took this from BatchScript because on this channel we love BatchScript, though I do not like Microsoft. And then we have the exit function, which is pretty self-explanatory. It exits from the program. Then we have the if statement followed by the name of a variable, followed by either an equal sign, a greater than sign, a lesser than sign, or an exclamation mark. If you're a programmer, you understand what that means. And here we do curly brackets, so you open with that and then close with a closing curly bracket. Then we have a TLC, which clears the screen, and then we finish up with variables, and basically the way that they work is you do a % followed by the name of a variable, and whatever line you input that on, that thing will turn into whatever that variable is. Though since there are no arrays, the way that those work is first you do an exclamation mark, then the name of the array, then the % and then the index or whatever else. Basically, if you don't understand anything that I talked about in this section of the video, just download the GitHub zip file and just unzip it and look at the manual, because I'm sure everything is explained very well there. And the reason I'm saying I'm sure is because at this point in the video I still haven't written the manual, so I hope I get to that soon. Now moving on to the creation of the bot, even though it already exists. The way that my coding language works is that I have an emulator which checks out a file, sees lines from it, and then uses Python to run those lines as logic. And obviously that's no way to actually create a coding language, so once again, please do not use this as a learning experience. The bot that I'm making, I've decided to name Katha. It had some sort of a meaning, but I've honestly kind of forgotten it. I'm not very familiar with the world of Connect 4, but I do not believe it to be a land of logic, necessarily. I think what it mostly hinges on is simply seeing ahead and seeing what your opponent is planning, and also planning ahead yourself, which may seem like strategy, and it technically is, but in bot terminology, it's just depth. And what depth is basically picking the current board and seeing every single position that it can evolve into, and then kind of calculating from that what would be your best move. That's how most bots operate. The making of the bot itself was pretty fun. There were 2 points where I figured out how to make the bot even quicker. There were a few difficulties, though I didn't record those. Once I was done with the bot, I made my friend play it because I wanted them to test it out. So I wanted to see the thing in action. Now you're gonna be seeing the game.
I have thought like 8 moves ahead to have predicted that.
I told you.
But of course you planned this. You planned this.
From the start, I was thinking of all the
This
possibilities running through my head.
literally an engineer.
I enjoyed the project and working on it was fun, and I was honestly surprised when my friend somehow won against the bot. Not that the bot was strong, it's just I didn't expect that from my friend. Once again, I'll remind you that you can find a GitHub link in the description that you can copy paste into the browser of your choice. And from there, you will be able to download a zip file where you will get both OiScript and Kata. The reason you have to copy paste it, even though it's incredibly shady, is because YouTube doesn't recognize me as a human or something. I think they think I'm a scammer, which you can trust me, I'm a trustworthy boy. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time when I resurrect Jesus Christ. Bye.